Hello guys, so today we're going to check out a scenario if the entire world continents go to war. Now, before I go, I just want to take a tour. So, yeah, weird stuff. Like this Papua New Guinea belongs to Oceania and this part of Indonesia belongs to Asia. What the hell? And the border between Russia and Europe, or just Asia and Europe now, is perfectly straight, and also Greenland is a part of America. So let's start. So the first logical thing that will happen is Oceania takes these islands because they are isolated and Asia cannot put enough resources there. So let's just match the color of this. Yeah, the pink, nice little pink. Okay, now let's just color that in, I guess. And okay, I'm actually gonna use the bucket tool. That's a lot easier. Okay, where's pink? Okay, take this. Okay, so Oceania takes these islands, but then they stop because Asia just made a naval landing in Australia. Yeah, over here, made a naval landing. So let's just color this blue. For Asia, yes. And Asia also takes back some islands. Asia now starts to invade Oceania. Yeah, like this. They're gonna invade them, and they're also gonna encircle this part. I don't think Oceania has very strong troops like Australia. They have some, but still, I'm just making Asia conquer them. There are some strong countries like China. So Asia does a pretty good stuff before they get stopped. Wait, let me just draw in the border here. Because in Europe is taking the lead. Slowly taking parts of Russia. Okay, let me make the brush a little bit bigger. Slowly taking parts of Russia. Okay, that brush is too big. Okay. Slowly taking parts of Russia. And yeah. And then they get stopped because Chinese forces have just came. Okay, let me get the perfect color. Then Asia gets a good front line here. And meanwhile, Africa is doing some stuff. Yes, Africa takes these islands. Okay, let me sliver down the brush size. Okay, what is happening with life right now? Africa manages to take these islands, Sicily and Corsica. And yeah, they also make a landing in Italy and that part. But this landing here, wherever it is, I think it's Crimea, I don't know where it is, doesn't go well. However, taking out Italy was kind of easy, but they're stopped. Now let's look at the Americas. So South America is now gonna invade Africa. So they make a naval landing here and just absolutely swoop Africa. Oh my god, why did I make the brush so big? Yeah, and Africa moves all of its troops from here to there. So Africa falls back, kind of. And Europe takes back all the landings they made. And they even make some naval landings here and there. All here. Yeah, some naval landings. Even Asia does some work by going into Africa. In here. And meeting up with the border of Europe and Africa. So Asia starts swooping into Africa, and Europe connects all of its landings together to make a strong one. And while they do that, they also invade into Asia. try to at least cut them off. But Asia just swooped back around, trying to cut off Europe now. But nothing happens because Europe is also trying to encircle them. Yeah, just encircling play going on here. Eventually, Europe does manage to encircle Asia. Yeah, that's kind of realistic. And Europe, meanwhile, holding a big a front line against Asia, swoops into Africa. However, Africa does take out some troops from here and makes a good front line. But that doesn't go too well because now Africa is getting invaded from this side. Yeah, Africa's in a very bad position right now. And they meet up with the border, and South America meets up with the border of Europe, taking this rest of this part here. And yeah, it's just plain sailing. Now, let's go back to Oceania. Asia actually manages to conquer most of Australia. Okay, let me do this. Yeah, and manages to conquer most of Australia. In fact, they actually conquer the entirety of Australia here. They even conquer some islands. But just before they capture New Zealand, yeah, let's just put this. Okay, so you already know what's gonna happen. Oceania makes a landing in Madagascar and captures the whole island. They actually managed to annex some troops and send them down into the mainland area, and they kind of managed to fight back against Asia, and then they hold the front line there. Also, I just noticed there's also some troops there. Yeah, they managed to pull out a good front line, meanwhile dealing with Africa. Yeah, the colonization of Africa has again begun. Okay, United States just make a landing. Great job. And is gonna try to cut off South America. They make a huge swoop. Mainly because there are US troops in there. But South America easily takes up the lead by going through here. Africa is absolutely dead, and Africa later surrenders to all of the countries. So let's take a look at the surrendering. So, yeah, Africa is the first country to fall or just die. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call. So most of it goes to these countries, and also a little part goes to Asia. No, and this is not a peace treaty. It's just I'm trying to make these continents take them faster. So first, South America will get this. Okay, not all of that. Okay, this. No, not all of that. Okay, let me dig that down a little bit. There you go. That looks better. Okay, so South America takes all of that. Aki. Then Asia takes this part here, the Horn of Africa. Yeah, let's bucket that in. Yeah, it's cool that they have a colony here. And then Europe takes this, and Oceania takes a big portion. Yeah, this whole thing here. Oh, and North America also takes this. So now Africa is dead. Now the next thing is to wipe out Oceania, and that's kind of easy because they're just transferring troops here. So they immediately start conquering Oceania, taking them out with ease. And because of that, Asia manages to break the front line and capture the entirety of New Zealand, while also making a landing in Madagascar. Oceania won't surrender though, as every army flees and tries to make a big front line to protect the mainland, which is now in Africa. Yeah, Oceania, you're now Africa, I think. So everybody swoops in and Oceania makes a big front line in this part. Yeah, everybody. So this part is stalemated for some time. Okay, what am I doing? Huh? So they're just basically stalemated for this time, and meanwhile Asia manages to cut off Europe and connect these parts, and so they actually managed to take most of Europe. Yeah, Asia is now colonizing Africa. So they do manage to connect the other colony, but sooner or later they stop because they just don't have any resources. Don't have much resources, and now they're just holding a big front line. Meanwhile, in the Americas, some fighting is happening. So, yeah, let's just decrease my brush size a little bit. North America swoops into South America. Whoa. Swoops into South America. And, okay, let me make my brush a little bit smaller. Yeah. Swoops into South America, some parts of Brazil as well. Brazilian people. And they also make a landing from their colony over here. South America is also seeing defeat. They do manage to connect both of their landings here as well. Okay, I'm making my brush a little bit smaller. And yeah, it's just clean for North America. However, they do get stopped soon. And Asia is now gonna make a landing. So they come from here into here to the tip of South America. Yeah, that's what I like to call it. And they just colonize it. Yeah, the parts of Chile and Argentina. Now we are going back to the fighting in Africa. Europe now manages to push back Asia quite a lot, cutting them off and just taking a majority of this. They do not manage to take the rest of it, but they do manage to take Turkey. Also, is Turkey a part of Asia or is it a part of Europe? I don't know. Maybe it's part of Asia because Greece exists, which is in Europe. But I mean, like, it's also in the EU. No, it's also in NATO. Anyway, enough talk. Europe actually manages to connect this up with mainland, with the mainland area, and now just clean sailing. They just take this part. They go to this Caspian Sea. Yeah, that's its name, the Caspian Sea. And we are just plain sailing here. So Europe has expanded now. And yes, so now Oceania's front line finally accepts defeat, and it's crumbling. Yeah, it's crumbling. Everything is crumbling for Oceania. So let's divide this part up. Everybody says. Okay, so let me just get the right shade. There we go. And now we're just gonna fill these parts in. So nothing could go absolutely wrong. Wait, let me increase that a little. Yeah, there we go. And the yellow goes here. Okay, yeah, so now there's gonna be some fighting over here. What South America manages to take out this part of North America. Wait, let me just get the right shade. This part of North America goes to South America now. And yeah, it's just clean sailing for him. Yeah, South America. What is my English? So anyways, things go smoothly. Also, this shade is pretty different. And it eventually goes down here. Europe also makes a move. No, Asia makes a move. Yeah, because I selected Asia first. And they start to absolutely drain North America. Then Europe takes the rest of this. Yeah, where Europe takes the rest of this. Oh, okay. Chill. Yeah, chill, bro. You are okay with life, bro. Hopefully. Okay, so things are looking decent. And 2 continents are down. And now, the landing which Asia made, yeah, it's going great for them. They managed to take this entire part of South America. Let me just draw that in. And they're also trying to meet up with the border of Europe for some advantages, of course. Yeah, let's do that. And Europe is just doing its own. No, North America is doing its own businesses. That's not Europe, bro. So they finally meet up. Both of them divide South America. Almost. Okay, like this. Here it is. Okay, here. And now Asia takes this and North America takes this. Meanwhile, South America takes a good front line of troops. Now Asia and North America. Asia manages to push up into North America. And yeah, Asia manages to take this entire part of North America until North America makes a front line. Okay, let's use the bucket. Okay, and Europe has taken the entirety of Greenland. There's not much people there, so yeah, it's now European. They also take some of these islands here. These islands, yeah, pop. And they make a naval landing here. Okay. We're now going to make a straight line, because straight lines are common in this series for some stupid reason. And we're now just going to give this entirety to Europe. So now, South America's front line has advanced a little, and now it's seeping. Okay, I did not want to do that, sorry. What the fluff? Okay, so South America's front line is seeping through the borders of Asia and North America, almost cutting them off. But luckily, Asia makes a move and manages to capture a lot of them. Yeah, they break the front line, and South America is now dead. Let's just divide this up real quick. This part goes to this part goes to North America. Yeah, this part. And this part goes to Asia. Yeah, Asia. Hello. And now, the only part of South America remaining is its colony, but lucky for you, this part is taken. And Europe actually manages to encircle South America in there. So now Asia gets all of this, and Europe gets all of this. Okay, what is happening over here? Let's just color that in real quick. Now, South America slowly gets consumed, and even Asia attempts by launching nukes. So yeah, they take the entirety, and now they start to expand outward. They manage to connect with their mainland, and that gives this little pocket a massive boom. They take this entire part, and they also meet up with this part here. Okay, let me just make this Asian real quick. Oh, and I'm also gonna fix this, whatever is going on here. Yeah, this is good. So now there are only 3 continents in the world. Now Asia gets this part of North America. It also gets Cuba. And they also make a landing in Alaska and take the whole thing. Yeah, Alaska, hello. Bye-bye. Okay, so now everything is going plain sailing. Europe manages to take out Asia from this colony here. Almost the entirety. Because all of the troops fleed towards this area here, where they will hold a massive front line until they decide to do something. Also, I'm going to make this very round as I can. There we go. That looks good and smooth and shiny. What? That's not shiny. Asia is now just focusing on this part and also fighting North America. And Europe takes this entirety part of North America. North America doesn't surrender though. No. North America is not someone like that. Asia is now trying to encircle North America, trying to cut off C-axis. So, yeah, C-axis is actually one of the important things. Yeah, they try to cut off all the seas, and it actually goes pretty good. Asia manages to take all of the coast, and Europe takes this, goes here, and meets up. Now everything is plain sailing. Okay, take this. All Americans flee to one spot to create like a little pot of armies here. Yeah, and I also made it square. Thanks. So this entirety goes to Asia, and now we just have 2 pods remaining. The Asian one inside of Europe, and this here. Asia manages to take all these islands here. That's simple. And Asia also takes all of the islands of Europe. Yeah, all the islands. Even Greenland, which I did earlier. Iceland, Great Britain, and Ireland. Yeah, why did I call it Great Britain? And now it's only just left like this. No. Asia manages to capture that. And you know what? Europe also tried to make a landing there and tried to connect up. But soon Asia just destroyed that. And it's now swooping through Europe. Yeah, this is not realistic. Maybe Europe has won. But, I mean, after all that fighting, Europe definitely has a lot of manpower right now. Asia manages to take the entirety of this part. Asia takes mainland, the original Europe here. Now it's just in Africa. This little circle I made, you know, it's starting to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Now splitting Europe into two with two metal bars. And the northern part is back to Asia. Again. Now Europe just surrenders and now the entire world is Asian. Yay. So if you guys enjoyed, then subscribe. Bye-bye. And bye-bye.